What actually happened during the Hinsdale house exorcism? The events that transpired during the Hinsdale house exorcism are so disturbing that even the most seasoned paranormal investigators refuse to discuss them. In the early 1970s, a family moved into a home in Hinsdale, New Hampshire. Little did they know that the home was the site of several brutal murders in the 1800s, and those spirits were not happy to have their home invaded. The family soon began experiencing strange and terrifying things. Doors would slam, objects would fly across the room, and disembodied voices would whisper in their ear. The family reached out to a local priest who had a reputation for being able to handle even the most extreme cases. He arrived at the house with 2 other priests and they performed an exorcism, but this was no ordinary exorcism. As the priest began to read the sacred text, the entity became increasingly violent. It began to thrash around, knocking the priests to the ground and scratching up the walls. The priests continued to battle the entity for several hours, but it was clear that they were not going to win. Just as the entity began to overpower them, the family called for help. When the police arrived, they found the priests covered in scratches, and the house in complete disarray. The entity had ripped the wallpaper off the walls, overturned the furniture, and shattered every window in the house. But it wasn't just the physical damage that was so disturbing. The entity had also used the family's own children against them. It had whispered horrible things to the children, things that would turn their innocent minds against their parents. The entity had even made one of the children levitate and then slam into the wall. As the police stood there surveying the damage, they heard a voice. It was the same disembodied voice that had been whispering to the family. It told them that they would never be able to escape the house, and that they would die just like the family that had lived here in the 1800s. The police didn't stick around to find out if it was true. They fled the house, and the family was left alone in their destroyed home with whatever evil presence had possessed their children. To this day, no one knows what truly happened in that house. Some believe that it was the work of a demon, while others say it was simply a case of mass hysteria. However, the Hinsdale house exorcism is considered by many to be the worst case of demonic possession ever recorded.